Hello there, I'm Fernando Z, the developer of Hunternet Starfighter, and I recently finished adding VR support to Hunternet for the first time. In this video, I just wanted to show off the experience. If you're an existing Hunternet Starfighter pilot who backed us during the Indiegogo campaign or during In Demand, and you have VR, I highly recommend you give it a try if you haven't already done so. If you haven't heard of Hunternet before or you're curious about it in the past, let me tell you, I got this Oculus Quest 2 headset to add VR support to Hunternet, and I wish I had gotten it earlier because, oh my god, does flying in VR make a huge difference. As you can tell, I have Elite and House of Dying Sun. These were sort of my two reference points in IL-2 Stormovik for VR, but I hadn't tried it before, and I have to say the VR experience in Hunternet really has blown my socks off and is now my favorite play to fly the game. Without further ado, let's get in there and take a look. I'm just gonna launch it here from my Oculus Quest. So when the game first comes up, you're gonna see this loading screen, and if it loads in as off center like this, there's two ways to recenter it. If you're on Oculus, you can press the Oculus home button and click reset view and reset it that way. But there's also a nice built-in recenter. So let's say I'm gonna turn my head over here. I press home key by default. Hold on, my recording is getting in the way. Let's get focus back in. So I press the home key, and there it's gonna, it's gonna match the center to where I'm facing. Okay. So when it first loads up, you might notice it being a little choppy. If that's the case, if you go to, it's because it's loading, but mine already finished loading while I was talking to you guys there. But once it's loaded, you should get a nice smooth frame rate here in the main menu. This is a VR specific main menu. It's a simplified version of the menu you see when you're in pancake mode. VR Phase 2 is all about replacing our current main menu with the walkable hangar. So I didn't feel like it was worth the effort to transfer everything from the current 2D only menu over into VR, so I created this simpler VR ready menu, which gives you the fundamentals you need. The remaining stuff that you don't see here is in your ship menu once you actually get into a ship. So let's go ahead and go to multiplayer. Join the Dallas server here. So once you're in your cockpit, the rest of the VR related options are here on the left on your HUD menu. If you don't see it, default binding is right arrow. And of course, a lot of you have this bound to your joysticks. Go to the cockpit alarms theme and VR menu. Go to the VR menu, VR sub menu. And in here, you can change some handy things. You can adjust your pilot height. The default is this. If you want it a little bit lower, it's all about what you feel most comfortable with. If you raise the height to the default, then you'll actually see your pilot's body here in the cockpit. Once you lower it though, your cockpit is hidden. I like to use a value 0.7. That's what feels most natural to me. But feel free to experiment with that. The most important thing though is going to your VR graphics settings, and these graphics settings are used only in VR. You're going to want to make sure that whatever settings you use is something that lets you hit a reasonable frame rate for your headset. For my Oculus Quest, I try to get it to 72. It's a little bit lower right now, but that's due to me recording the game. But normally I hit a 72 in this location. But yeah, try adjusting these settings. VR is a little bit more demanding than pancake mode, so you're going to probably have to tone them down a little bit from what you're used to. Okay. But I have my settings pretty high, and I'm running this on a laptop. It's a gaming laptop, and let's see what graphics card I have. I have the mobile version of the 260. This particular map is one of the more performance hungry, but I get a nice smooth frame rate, and it's very playable. Yeah, look, I'm getting 79 there, 72. I have it set at 90. I normally have the Oculus set at 72. Okay, once you have your settings set up, everything else is just what you expect, except it's you have presence, but your HUD is there. You can use text chat. You have a little clock that's now available in the HUD because it's very easy to lose track of time in VR, as I've noticed. I've gone into VR when it was daylight, and then all of a sudden my tracking isn't working. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I take off my headset and I realize it's because it's dark outside. I've been in VR for several hours. So very useful. That's a new feature I added just because of VR. But you get under the HUD menu, turn on your clock, and you'll see what time it is. I'm gonna go switch to, but yeah, if you get in VR, it's just, you know, I've been working on this game for a couple years now, and I'm very familiar with it. But the first time I got VR, it was like seeing things for the first time again. Just, you know, you don't realize how massive this capital ship is until you're in VR. You know, it's over 1 kilometer long, and it's huge. And then the small details in your cockpit that you don't normally see, or just looking behind you, it just really, it's an amazingly immersive experience. And with Hunternet's combat being so visceral and so focused on your, you know, your skill as a pilot, and you're using your own sense of awareness and vision over using your radar, VR just really fits in really nicely. So I'm really amazed by how good of a fit it is. And you know, it's even comparing it to some of these other VR games that I've been playing. I mean, the smoke, you know, with depth perception, it just looks amazingly beautiful. Another thing I recommend if you're trying this out for the first time in VR, one thing that I found really cool is going to, you know, go here to the location menu and warp over to our racing location, the Black Corridor. And this location in VR is just, you know, when you're racing, you want to get good times. A lot of times you're gonna, you know, didn't do a very good example there, but just turning your head so you can go through this ring like on at an angle like that, it makes such a difference. I'm not a very good racer, so I'm not giving a good example, especially when I'm talking, but for racing, VR and adds a lot to the experience. You realize how huge these rings really are in the tunnels. Let's go fly to the tunnel. But I plan on giving it another serious make a serious attempt to beat my my current racing record, because I know with just a little bit of practice I could do a lot better in VR than my previous run. But yeah, I'm gonna go switch to a different location. And here, Old Blue. This is a new skybox since last time I think I uploaded a devlog. So this thing is amazingly beautiful in VR, and I'm starting to sound like a broken record, but it's hard to describe until you try it. Just how cool these, you know, this asteroid looks. And I do have my texture set on half, so they're not quite as high detail when you get up close. But if you have a better graphics card than me, or if you lower one of the other settings, you can certainly use the full graphics settings there. But this map looks amazing. I recently redid the lighting on Harvester Station, and this thing is huge, right? I forget how many kilometers it is across, but it's, you know, our ships are fast, right? I'm going almost twice the speed of sound right now. Just flying in this puppy in VR just makes everything beautiful. So let me refit my ship and do a few rounds, but I just wanted to get this video up real quick to try to give you a little taste of VR, even though obviously you're not seeing it in VR. You know, the ability to just look around your ship, explore parts of it that you haven't seen before, and yeah, the up close and personal combat. It's just great. So the refit break's about to end. I'm gonna change my loadout, go for something I really like to use against the AI. I like to use plasma cannons, and I'm gonna go hull, no lead indicators. I'll have my inertia dampeners on, help me deal with the G-forces a little better, because I'm going to be getting in as close as possible. There are a few seconds left for the match to start. And let's see, I'm going to start out with this bomber here. But yeah, just looking at the displays and the radar is just, you know, now I dream of being in Hunternet. Just the memories you get are way more vivid, in my opinion, in VR than the kind of memories I make in 2D. Let's might break my record. My record against the AI is 9 kills in VR. That is 9 kills in a short 6-minute match. I'm not doing a very good job right now. That was without the pip. There, you know. Start recording a video and I get a little nervous. What can I say? But yeah, you can use pips. I don't have them on. They both lead in lag pip. The full HUD that you're familiar with is all available in VR. But with this added depth perception and just the joy I feel tracking my opponent, you know, one-to-one head motions, adjusting my lead as I watch the hot plasma fly past this bomber here. Barely trying to get as close to it as I can while avoiding its nose and it's getting on me. To me, this is the beauty of air combat or space combat in this case. You know, the dance around your opponent. There we go. Good kill, Fernando. Let's get a few more kills here. But yeah, like every playtest since a few weeks ago when I first got VR working, I've been doing it in VR. And the one thing I was worried about, and if you're new to VR, I was really concerned. You know, Hunternet is 6 degrees of freedom. It's extremely, you know, it's fast, it's furious, it's fast-paced. I was so afraid that I would feel, thanks for the assist there. I would feel VR sickness. But man, because you have this cockpit as a reference, because you're out in the open, you're not close to the ground, you're not on foot, it's very easy to get used to. I mean, I immediately was comfortable. It might take you a little bit longer, but you know, I got Resident Evil 4 VR, for example, right? And the default in that game, that's a full body game where you can walk around on your Quest wirelessly. And when I got it, I had teleport move. I tried turning off that teleport move. That's where you teleport whenever you want to move instead of walking. And I turned it on so you know you had continuous motion. And that was just in the shooting range. I literally walked like 2 feet and I already started feeling dizzy. So at first I thought it was just a new headset, but no, it's this kind of game. Cockpit-based games are a perfect match for VR. And everybody who told me to add VR support, I probably should have listened to you earlier. But you know, I hadn't seen it for myself. Seeing is believing. And then when I started looking at VR headsets, I realized that this headset that cost $300 was like $140 more if I ordered it while I was in Spain. So I decided, okay, you know, I'm gonna go visit my folks in Texas. I'll just wait until I go there and then work on VR. So here I am in Texas now, wishing I had ordered this months ago and just paid the extra $140 just so I could have had this experience earlier. It's that great. One idea I had when I was flying the other day is like the proximity alarm right now is 2D. I should have the sound play 3D based on where the direction of the collision is. I think in VR, you know, flying in VR made me think that like, I'm about to crash to the left here and have the sound appear from the left, right? Something I need to do. But yeah, VR is in the game. It's fully playable for a lot of us who have tried it. It's our favorite VR cockpit experience. It's definitely mine. Obviously, I'm biased, but having tried a couple other games, I really love this in Hunternet. I think it turned out beautifully. For the details on the devlog, drop by the Discord, go to the Steam page. If you're curious about the game but not ready to jump in right away, I highly recommend you wishlist us on Steam or join the Discord. The game is still in active development. We're trying to get it ready for Steam Early Access sometime next year. But yeah, that's it for this little sneak peek at the VR look for everybody who follows us on YouTube.
Yeah, sure. I will definitely try that. Maybe I can type to this delivery. Maybe I should set one out for that. Oh, I was in the light. I thought I was. That's really nice. falling behind us. I don't know. Best way of flying is. Yeah, definitely gonna swap to the